program, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. Today's band is Panic at the Disco, and you will not be hearing any panic in my voice, but maybe excitement because of exclamation points, number one, and number two, Katie, you're back. Oh my God, 5 years later.
5 years.
I think, so first of all, this is easily the biggest time in between guest appearances. Number two, I think Leslie technically put Panic at the Disco on the board. Life happens. She couldn't be here. So we're going to go to you. We're going to suggest that you put Panic at the Disco on the board. Talk to me why Panic at the Disco was your way back here. What do you love about Panic at the Disco?
I think for me, Panic at the Disco has, from the moment I started listening to them when I was a freshman in college, their music has just evoked emotion for me, whether I was the biggest fan of a particular album or not. And regardless of the evolution that the band itself has taken, whenever I hear a good Panic song, there is an emotion or a feeling that makes you just want to either take over the world or sit in somber reflection. I think that the stylings just really bring out a feeling with their music. And even if you're not the biggest fan of one of their songs, when you see them live, they will make you one of the biggest fans of a particular song.
Okay, more on that later. Because I've got things, but I don't want to disparage. We'll talk about that probably in after the fact. So Jason, you jumped on the Panic at the Disco, and this is your first foray away from what would be considered traditional emo. So walk me through Panic at the Disco. How did you get here?
I still see them. I mean, it all kind of blends into that area for me. They were the band that when they came out, I remember they toured this area, at least in Norfolk. They came with Fall Out Boy, and it was one of those bands that at the time was like, oh, that's not a pop punk band. They're not cool. They won't do it. And then you listen to the first album, you're like, son of a bitch, I actually really like this. And then you hear Brendan Urie's voice, and you're just like, I can't not say he's a great singer. So they kind of fell in that way, and then I've enjoyed them ever since.
So for me, this isn't like this is definitely a discovery, but it's also like a chance for me to disprove my thoughts of what Panic is. And it's weird because they are what I think they were, but they're also not. Because the first album would suggest, I know you said that you put them, kind of close to that emo, and I guess to Katie's point, they do evoke emotion, which is emo in long form. But I wouldn't consider them that, like, in the very traditional sense. I think they're more akin to a Queen, like a theater rock. And
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard to say that because you say Queen and it evokes Queen. Let's quell that right now. They're not Queen. But they are very good at what they do, which was very surprising to me because they've got paragraphs as song titles, which is always irritating to me. They've I wanted to, like, when they came along, like, Brendan's voice is that thing that I always wanted to. I hate that. Oh, don't do that. So, like, there's a lot that I overcame here. Oh, look at me with my white man struggle, overcome Panic at the Disco. But I did. Like, I had to get over myself and really listen to what Panic at the Disco is. So that being said, this isn't a massive discography, Katie, like, but this is the first time you've been back. So as you're plucking your 20 together, like, how did you go about it?
Well, I will say that I definitely remember my approach 5 years ago being different because I did, I'll admit, especially with more of the pop acts, I would put radio play into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
I completely abandoned that for this. If it happened to be a single of theirs that made my list, great, but it was I will say most of the singles that I added were probably, I would actually, looking at my list, I think all of the singles I added were 12 or later.
Oh.
So I definitely I'll admit I went very emotional and nostalgia based, hearkening back to 18-year-old Katie, being the, absolute challenge that she was. And then going through the Pretty Odd phase, and then, Vices and Virtues. 2011 was just a wild time in my life. And then I'll admit Pray for the Wicked is probably my second favorite album, second only to A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. So like replaying that was a big one as well.
Okay, so Jason, this is what, your third or fourth time here? I don't know, like, have you been refining the way you play? Like, did you play a little different this time, or how did you approach your 20?
I think this one, I spread out a little more. There are still two heavier albums, and I won't talk about that one for now because I'm interested. I think Katie and I are going to be a little more aligned on one of them, and I don't know how you're going to be because you have to kind of learn Justin when you play this game since he's always the player with you.
Yep.
So knowing which album you probably hate is going to make this an interesting game.
So I'll say this: there was nothing I hated. As albums, I didn't like the back half as much, but strangely, like, there's the songs that I love the most are in the back half of the discog. So like albums as wholes, I like the first two the best. And then as you go on, like the albums felt weaker, but some of the strongs like really got to me. So yeah, like I definitely went Fever heavy. I'll tell you that much. For the purposes of this game, because I feel like if you draw somebody in, you can get them to those later records on their own. And so I figured, if kind of what Katie was saying, if you appeal to 18-year-olds, if you appeal to people like looking back to their 18-year-old selves and go, here, this, and then they go, oh, that's what they are, then maybe they can grow with the band, in hindsight. So that is, of course, that's going to make for interesting conversation. So this is the first time you've done this, Katie. For the final say, how many do you think, based on this conversation we just had, how many do you think we're going to get through unanimously?
Fortune favors the bold. I am going to go with 6.
Wow. Okay, swinging heavy. I like it.
You know what? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
I love it. Swing hard. All right, Jason.
I'm going to go, I was thinking 6, but I want to go 5 just because I know A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, you can almost pick out any of the songs. So I'm afraid we're going to be hitting the same songs, but maybe not all 3 at once.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Shoot. So now the question becomes, do I become a dick and undercut you guys and go 4? Or do I go ultra confident and go up and above at 7? Or do I Price is Right it and go 1? Oh, man. Because 5 and 6 seem... 4 is my normal number, and it's never available to me. We're only 3-4 seems low, but I'm going to go with 4. Just hedging my bets here. So, all right. We're going to take a quick pause, and when we come back, it's all about some gameplay. It's all about exclamation points. It's all about Panic at the Disco. It's the program. Kickstart your road to fitness with the Hard Work Works fitness app. For all ability levels, full gym, no problem. What's included? Over 200 workout plans available for every situation, from a full gym to no equipment at all. Nutrition guide to help you stay on track, and all of this is only $10 a month. There's a special offer for Deprogram listeners. Use promo code STUPID and get your first month free. The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today. And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 3 of us have combed through the Panic at the Disco discography. That's a lot to say. Discography? Oh, I almost
Panic at the Discography.
Panic at the Discography. And we have plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you are like me and have never given Panic at the Disco the time of day, which you're wrong. Look, I love when a band gets it right. I don't care how many times I have to say this. I love when a band gets it right out of the gate. Now, the real track one is the introduction. We're not going to count that. The second I heard this, I was like, okay, that's what Panic at the Disco does. And, you know, they do it better at later points, but to me, this sets the tone and also is a paragraph for our name. The only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, there we go.
Starting strong.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Just great.
That's not supposed to go through my phone. It's supposed to come through here. There we go. But like immediate, I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is what they do. And then that is the nice little garnish, I feel like, when they throw the guitars in like that. Nice little garnish.
Yeah.
I am embarrassed as to how long this was my, like, quote-unquote song on MySpace. It was a really long time.
That's okay, though.
Yeah. I mean, they're a pure volume band. That's how they were found, so, hey.
Yeah.
I'm good dig.
I was going to say, like, was this the break? I know this wasn't, like, the one, you know, the hit. Was this the first one, or was this behind...
This was behind the other one.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I got one in. Katie?
All right. So I am actually going to stay in the A Fever You Can't Sweat Out genre. Not only is this probably, I'd say, oh God, even thinking about it now, I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's top 3, maybe it's top 5. One of the top tracks on the album, Time to Dance.
Yeah, I got it.
Do not have it.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. It still lives to see another day. Oh, right, Jason?
Here, I'll stay with you guys on the same album for now and just go with another paragraph for a title where I think they were competing with Fall Out Boy. That's our family motto on this. But London Beckons, songs about money written by machines.
I got it.
I do not.
Oh, interesting. Exactly as Jason was saying, though. Getting 2s. Getting lots and lots of 2s.
I just love the chorus that it basically explains them.
Yeah.
The wet dream for the webzine.
All right. So now...
Make a scene. Oh.
There you go.
So for the record, my top 3 are already all gone. So just like that. All right, I'm gonna be the first to jump off the album.
Okay.
I feel like we've got plenty of time. We got plenty of paragraphs. This one shocked me because I remember very vividly hating this when it hit the radio, and when I heard it this time, within the Pretty Odd album and everything that's going on there, and having a better understanding of what the band, like the idea that they're a theater band. 9 in the Afternoon.
I love that song. I absolutely.
Oh, wow. There
you go.
There we go.
And that is my favorite song on Pretty Odd. Yes, it is. It was the lead off single for the album, and yeah, the one that got the most airplay. Fight Me. I still love it.
Well, yeah, but like again, this song specifically is the one where you have to let go of what you thought they were and realize sure, they're not Queen, but they're in that neighborhood. Like that's what they do, and they do it really well. Let them do that and you will be okay with this band. And this is a great instance of that.
Yeah, all I could think with this song was it's like they're trying to be the Beatles in this album. Like a stripped down Beatles, and this song is that feeling to me.
Totally. Yeah, I get it. All right. How about that? I never would have guessed. I guess I did take two home runs. So,
Two pretty big ones.
Yeah, those are big ones. All right. Katie.
So I will also jump off of Fever, but I'm going to jump even later. There are certain ways to my heart. One, words of affirmation. Two, tacos. And three, sampling Rock Lobster by the B-52s. From Death of a Bachelor, I'm going with Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time.
I got it.
Got it.
Hey.
Yes!
Yeah, Rock Lobster. I'm getting ready to start listening to B-52s. So
it's just a fun story that
It really is.
weaves in there.
well, again, so this was something I had to wrestle with, and we've already talked about this like several times, but I need to get my thoughts out on this. Like, I thought they were more akin to Fall Out Boy, and I guess like when you watch the evolution, like what they became, true, that's true, but the evolution, Panic does so much better than Fall Out Boy did. Like Fall Out Boy's later records are not good. Panic's are good, and they are exactly what Fall Out Boy was trying to do.
And I think a big role in that is definitely the manning of it, because Panic at the Disco is now solely Brendan Urie.
Right.
Yep.
You know, when it started with Fever You Can't Split Out, it was a quartet, and then it was a different quartet, then it was a duo, and now it's just Brendan. So I definitely think there is like almost a reflection of how the band looked and how the band sounded.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, like, I used to make fun of him when he became Panic, but like it's very like, it's funny that he worked with Taylor. Like, I liken them to each other, you know, like her big fight was with the label, but like he just wants to create his music and his vision, and you can tell, like, you listen to these records, it's like these are his vision come to life. And like I said, are they what's going to loop you in? Maybe not, but it's him now, and I dig that. All right, so that brings us to Jason.
Yeah, I'll stick with the same album, and we'll go with the one that after I got married, walked back down the aisle to, which was Death of a Bachelor.
Yes, I've got it.
I don't. This was the first one I
That's
didn't.
a fantastic song to walk back down the aisle to, by the way. Well done.
Yeah, that was my wife's choice.
Yes.
And I was all about it.
For the record, that was one of my last cuts. Like, it was, I'm sure it was like 25. Like, I feel like there was like a handful towards the end that were like really tough decisions. And that was one.
Yeah,
of them.
I love that it gets to show that crooner side of him,
Yes.
where he just comes out and you get to hear his voice. And it's like, oh, I can probably show this to like older family members and they would enjoy it.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. Like, there's so many times, and that's what I love most about the later records, is that crooner side comes out more, and he does it delightfully well. And you know, I'm sure there's more instances coming up. Well, how about I go a little bit later then? I didn't know this existed on Panic Records. Just Brendan and a piano. And I'm not gonna lie, the title drew me in, but the song itself kept me. Dying in L.A.
Absolutely beautiful song. I've got it.
I do not have it.
Okay, got two though. It's still around. I just loved. I was like, wait a second. Initially I thought what was going to loop me in is guitars, and I was like, no, it's going to be the theater rock. And then wait, no, it's just him and a piano. Okay, cool, I'm in. Well done. All right, Katie.
Oh, let's see here. We have not even, I think, touched this album yet. So let's go smack in the middle of the repertoire, the discography, if you will. I am actually going to go with Let's Kill Tonight.
Yeah, I got it.
Nope.
It's got two though.
It's got two though. It's Vices and Virtues. It was one of those albums that, yes, I liked it, but I definitely find myself listening to it or songs from it the least.
Yeah. Well, is that the one where basically he's making the leap
This was the duo phase.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Like the last three are better. Like, well, it's smack dab in the middle. It's pretty much smack dab in the middle for a reason. So
Right.
all right, Jason.
Let's go off of Pray for the Wicked, and we'll go with Dancing's Not a Crime.
I don't have that one.
I do.
Oh,
Right.
It stays alive.
Just so fun.
I will admit, I sacrificed. So originally I had a different spot or a different song in this spot, and then I realized, oh, it didn't quite count because it's not from a discography. It was from a soundtrack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Right, there's two of them I can think of, and it's probably
Let's just say this: it is not the Disney song.
all right. Where do I go? Maybe I take some wild swings here. How about go back to Pretty Odd. Mad as Rabbits.
I don't have it.
do not have it.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, and our first fatality.
Yes, I think that's the first one. That's a pretty great run.
I'd say we hit a pretty decent streak.
Yeah. All right, hold on, because I got to get a little bit of this in. To your point about them writing a Beatles record.
Like I said, it's weird. I think they have this album is their like more Beatles sound, but the first album is more like their Sgt. Pepper's because they'd never recorded or they'd never played a live show before they recorded it, so they didn't know like what you could and couldn't do on stage.
Ah. All right. All right, Katie.
Oh, let's go back to Fever, and once again, like the novel in itself of the name. I just want to let you know there's a good reason these tables are numbered, honey. You just haven't thought of it yet.
I got it.
Got it.
Hey.
Another one.
Love the hi-hat.
The horn interlude in this thing just woof.
This is such a great representation of them doing theater. Like there's
This was dinner and a show in musical form.
just fun.
Yeah, it does a great job.
All right, Jason.
All right, I'm going to go to Vices and Virtues for Ballad of Mona Lisa.
I don't have it.
Oh, can't save you.
Oof.
Another fatality. And I believe they've both been from you.
Oh,
No.
I got the first one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair. Sorry.
No, this is what I think I heard the acoustic version better, and that's what like drew me into that album to come back to Panic.
I definitely prefer the acoustic version of the song to the regular one.
It sounds like it sounds like Discount Muse.
Yeah, I had a band singer, a lead singer of a former band that brought this out, and he didn't listen to Panic before. So it's like, who? Oh, you wrote that? That's a great song. And then he's like, oh, it's a Panic at the Disco song. What?
But I would love.
That's when I had to go back to it.
I would love to hear the acoustic version because I bet you it's really great. All right. How many have we got? 4. Hey, if we land on 4, I win. Okay. All right. There's still plenty of gameplay left too.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
How about Girl That You Love?
I don't have it.
Do not have it.
Okay. this is the time to take chances, I feel, so I'm okay.
There you go. I will also take a chance. From Pretty Odd, That Green Gentleman, Things Have Changed.
That was a late cut.
I don't have it either.
Ah, my first one. That's okay.
Bound to happen. Girl that you love. This is just like a nice, Pretty Odd. Yeah. All right, Jason.
I'm gonna go back to Death of a Bachelor, and we'll go Crazy Equals Genius.
Yeah, I got it.
That was a late cut for me, but I don't have it.
I'll take 2. I just love hearing the Brian Wilsons and all the Beach Boy reference was fun.
Equals genius. What do we have for Tuesday? Oh, okay. The good news is, yeah, good news is there's no NTP. We're officially out of NTP, but we still have a conversation ahead of us. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10. Oh yeah, we're good. Let's do like maybe 3 more rounds and then we'll dump out. How about earlier? The piano knows something I don't know.
I don't have it.
Do not have it.
We're at that point of the game.
This is where the slump happens. I remember this well.
This is where we're all getting our weird ones out.
Yeah, you get those interesting ones where people are like, yeah.
Yeah,
those are the exciting ones.
Sometimes. Yep. All right, Katie.
This one from Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. The quote unquote regular version makes you want to scream from a rooftop. I would argue the acoustic version does as well. I'm going with This Is Gospel.
I got it.
Do not have it.
Ooh. This is going to be crazy if I end up with the fun to say.
Oh my gosh. 2 more, boys. We can do it.
Gospel is me and Katie. All right, Jason.
We'll go with Fever again, and we'll go with Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off.
Yeah, I got it.
Another late cut for me. I do not have it.
Get 2. Back. 2. Okay. How about this one? This is filled with a lot of bravado. I love this title. Build God, then we'll talk.
I've got it.
Don't have it. That's a later cut too.
I was stuck between Build God, Then We'll Talk, and Lying is the Most Fun, and Build God went out.
Okay. All right, Katie.
Ooh, let's see. I'm trying to think of one that has a good shot. I mean, you guys, like I said earlier, I love a good horn section. So I will go again with Pray for the Wicked. Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
Man,
that was a last cut.
Oh, wow.
That one hurts.
That one, I don't remember where it hit the floor, but it definitely made my first pass. Well, again, like a lot of the connections I made were on this back end. This was definitely not enough to pick it, I guess. All right, Jason.
This is getting tough to figure out which one to pick. So let's just go. I'll go with Northern Downpour from Pretty Odd.
I have it.
Hey.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough whittling down that last bit.
Yeah, we got quite the conversation. All right.
Yes, very
So
much so.
this will be the last round before dumping out. This one keeps jumping out at me, even though it feels like it probably is going to be a whiff. Impossible Year.
Got it.
I don't.
Ah,
I got it though. It's still alive.
Still alive.
That was my like. I don't want to say it because I already picked a crooning song.
Good at it.
I know.
He's really good at it.
All right, Katie.
Oh, let me see here. I am going to go with a Vices and Virtues one and go with The Calendar.
Nope.
That's what I get for going with Vices and Virtues.
Right, Jason.
Let's go from Pray for the Wicked, and I'll go with Roaring Twenties.
I've got it.
I do not. All right. So I only have 4 left.
Let me see how many I have.
2, 3. I have 7 left. So
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left.
Yeah, we hit on a lot. We just didn't get unanimous on a lot. Although we did get 4. Like 4's good, and there's still a chance, but it's rare on a dump out. Okay, so my remaining 4. The End of All Things.
I have it.
Oh. Just blast through them. Actually landed.
Haha.
Boom. Boom. Case 2. Memories.
Don't have it.
nope.
Okay. Right. 2, 3. She Had the World.
Nope.
But not least, I guess maybe it was kind of least. Kind of played the odds here. I Write Sins, Not Tragedy.
That was the last one I put on, just because it's like I can't leave it off.
I wanted to be a rebel, and it was actually a fairly early cut.
Yeah, I get it totally. I definitely get it, but I also
tried to be a rebel too, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, the conversation I had with myself is like, are we having this conversation without that? And like, I can see it not making the 10, but for one of the 3 of us to not, well, at the time 4 of us to not even say the song, feels wrong. So, all right.
Fair.
Well, I guess that I mean, you guys can dump out and see if we can get any more in the conversation, but I get the final say. Yeah.
Haha. Jason, how many do you have left?
I still have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left.
Okay, so I've got 3. How about I go through my 3, and that
Yep.
way we'll know. Ready to Go.
Nope.
And Say Amen Saturday Night.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Last one. Girls, Boys.
Nope.
Oh.
Wow.
Complete dump out then.
Well, then I was smart and left all these for the end.
Yeah.
Because I hit pretty heavy on most of them. I think I had 1 trash before this.
Yep. You want to dump them out just for fun?
Sure, we'll do Sarah Smiles, Vegas Lights, Nicotine, Emperor's New Clothes, Golden Days, and Fuck a Silver Lining.
All right. Well, let's do this too. Find out B to A. All right, we got 4 through unanimously, which, as I said, gives me the final say. How crazy is that? I can be
That's
swayed.
my gift to you after being gone for free.
Well, how kind of you. Thank you.
I know, I'm a nice lady.
So we've got Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time, 9 in the afternoon. The only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage, and there's a good reason these tables are numbered, honey. You just haven't figured it out yet. That was a mouthful. There's our 4. We've got 15 that we need to whittle down to 6.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll rattle these off, and then Katie, you can tell me if there's ones that are here that probably don't need to be here. We've got Build God, Then We'll Talk, Crazy Equals Genius, Dancing's Not a Crime, Death of a Bachelor, Dying in LA, All Right, Sins Not Tragedies, Impossible Year, Let's Kill the Night, London Beckoned, Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have, Northern Downpour, Roaring Twenties, The End of All Things, This Is Gospel, and Time to Dance.
Oof.
Is there a glaring one that's going like, you know what, I think we probably don't need it?
Honestly, quite the opposite. In fact, I think the one that's glaring that needs to be on the list is actually one that I held out on, and that's I Write Sins.
Oh, okay. All right. Put it through then. I'm with
Look
that.
at me being like diplomatic as hell.
Playing the game too.
Yeah. Really, gosh. I picked it. If I had to pick one that was like take my name off of it, I would maybe say, and it hurts because it's like, well, I picked it, so maybe it's not that bad. I would maybe say Let's Kill Tonight.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna type a tentative out next to that. Is there something jumping out at you either way, Jason?
I think it's a one or the other. Either Death of a Bachelor, or Impossible Year. I don't think you need both.
Okay.
I mean, I prefer Death of a Bachelor, but I mean, I love them both. So as long as one of them, because that's the ones that show that side of him.
Yeah. I was the odd man out on Death of a Bachelor, and it was a late cut for me. So how about we grab that one?
All right.
And then we toss here, just to move things along.
I'm based on this. Like, you can certainly one or the other absolutely has to make it, but having both is like almost too heavy.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 now. I'll ask again, Katie. Is there something that you kind of want to fight for to get in at this point?
Honestly, I'm going to say something, and we talked about it. You know, it is basically, if you want to introduce someone to Panic, it would be a fever you can't sweat out. I would almost argue that, I mean, how many do we have left in the conversation? 4, I think. How many more spots do you guys think we have for that particular album?
It's a good question. So let's look at what we have left and at least cut some of them. Let's see. We still have Time to Dance. Still have Lying is the Most Fun, London Beckoned, and Build God. So of those, let's at least trim that in half, right? Let's lose 2 of those. Which 2 are the strongest, do you think, Jason?
I mean, you're putting me in the spot where I got to pick what I voted for and go with London Beckoned and Lying is the Most Fun.
Actually, I mean, that's both of you. Both of you had both of those. All right, so let's lose. I mean, let's lose Build God, right? And then what was the other one? Lying? No.
Time to Dance.
Time to Dance.
Okay.
You said, "Welcome back, Katie, to hell with your picks." That's what Jason said.
Oh.
All right. So now the question is, if we've already got 3 in, we definitely don't need both of those, right?
I don't think so.
So, of those 2, Katie, pick one to stay alive. And
Lying.
Lying. Okay. Let's lose
I
London.
knew you were going to ask me that, so I kept saying it.
All right. So let's lose London. So that makes it a little bit easier. All right. So now, all right. Let's start getting some other stuff in, shall we? And then come back to whether or not
Yes.
that song makes it. All right. All right. So what do we have covered here? Do we have him in a piano yet?
No, we don't, which I
No.
think is a great way to say, let's move Dying in LA to the list.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I was ready to fight. I was ready to tussle.
I've gotten a bunch on the list. I'm very okay with the one.
All right. So that brings us up to 7.
I'm doing way better than I did in my last game. Let's say that.
All right. So,
You cannot. I think the best performance was Britney. If I remember correctly, I definitely remember my worst performance was Outkast.
yeah, Outcast. We were all kind of in separate neighborhoods. We're still learning the show too. To be fair.
Yes.
Okay. So, I guess this is the point in the conversation where we ask, do we care about album representation? I mean, I know we already kind of started whittling down Fever. We only have the one that could possibly make it. Do we want to start looking at making sure everything's covered?
I mean, at this point, I don't think we can, because the one of Vices and Virtues that was in the conversation is now out. So I don't think album representation. I feel like we lost the argument before we even brought it to the floor.
Good point.
And I don't think any of us had anything off of Too Weird to Live.
We had no, yeah, there weren't any unanimous ones, right. And I don't think you had anything.
No,
that hit off it. Yeah, I had 2.
So we've got the ones that are still alive are The End of All Things and This Is Gospel.
If I had to pick one of those, I would hands down put This Is Gospel over The End of All Things.
Okay, so let's lose End of All Things for sure and leave This Is Gospel alive. As far as Pretty Odd, we've only got 9 in the Afternoon. Does that cover the album, or do we need more?
If we need what's still live? I think only Northern Downpour is still.
Yep. So if we need more, then that's our song.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Can you have Pretty Odd without Northern Downpour? I would argue yes.
Ooh, okay. What do you think?
Okay, I'm okay with that. I think 9 in the Afternoon is the song from that album that everybody knows and is like I said, it's them trying to be the Beatles in one song. And you can't go wrong with that, I guess.
Okay, so now let's start getting the tough conversations. We have basically 2 more picks with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs slugging it out. And if somebody feels like, okay, enough, that one's got to go in, let me know. Crazy Equals Genius, Dancing's Not a Crime, Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have, Roaring 20s, and This Is Gospel.
Oh, this is hard. I like all of them.
So basically, there's 3 picks left. Of those 5 songs, you get 1, Katie.
Ooh. I go with This Is Gospel.
All right.
I think, again, you go to the emotion that a song invokes, and I cannot think of very many examples, certainly none off the top of my head, in which both a full performative and stripped down version evoke the same similar emotion of you just wanting to like put your hands wide and arms stretched out and just scream to the sky.
All right. So same question to you, Jason. There's 4 left here. Crazy Equals Genius, Dancing's Not a Crime, Lying is the Most Fun, and Roaring 20s. You get 1.
If I have to pick one that I have to listen to, like in my car over and over again, it would probably be Crazy Equals Genius. And that's tough.
All right, let's get that then. Crazy Equals Genius goes in. And that leaves me to the final say. Dancing's Not a Crime, Lying is the Most Fun, and Roaring 20s. Two that I didn't have and one that I did. So I'm going to play the odds here, and I know we already have a lot of Fever, but I still think Fever's the best way to get somebody into the band. So I'm going with Lying is the most fun.
I was like mentally telling you to pick that one. So
Yeah, that was my tough one.
I didn't. I know that it wasn't on my final list, but when I tell you it was the last cut.
All right. Then I did the right thing. How about that? Without being told. I'm into it. So here we go. Here's our 10. Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time, 9 in the afternoon. The only difference between martyrdom and suicide. There's a good reason these tables are numbered. I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. Death of a Bachelor. Dying in LA. This is Gospel. Crazy Equals Genius. And Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have. All right. Now let's crank up the heat, Katie. For your first one back. Of those 10 songs, which one is the one that you're going to give to somebody?
I'll tell you what, it was our first unanimous pick. It is the first non-intro song off the album. It is the first true song you hear from the album that should intro you into this band. The only difference between Martyrdom and Suicide is press coverage.
I can't argue. Jason?
It depends. It's so hard. Do you want them when they started, and they were 17 years old, or do you want them now? So I can agree with that. Like you should start from the beginning. So we'll go with The Only Difference. I would agree.
There we go. Number one, and that. Hold on. Bring it on back in. Scroll up, Justin. Oh, phone. Every week you do this to me. You make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. Buffoonery. All right, so the only difference between Martyrdom and Suicide is press coverage is our number one. We'll leave the other part off. Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time, 9 in the afternoon. There's a good reason these tables are numbered, honey. You just haven't figured it out yet. I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. Death of a Bachelor. Dying in LA. This is Gospel. Crazy Equals Genius. And Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have without taking her clothes off. Let's let The Only Difference get a moment in the sun. We have done it. It's funny because like you listen to that part and it's like, oh, I can see why they're emo. But then you get to this part and it's like, okay, it's not exactly emo. All right, we did it. We did it.
Even in that small snippet, I was just straight vibing here in Delaware.
Right? just going for it. I'm into it.
Dancing along.
So we have done it. And if you dig it, then you can subscribe to the pod. I'm just saying. Like that there you can get a list and you can listen to this list on its own. And honestly, if you join the Discord, you can come yell at us about our choices. You know, if you think we did something wrong, that's cool. Go to legionofstupid.com. That's the quickest way to get the Discord. Legionofstupid.com has links to the Discord. It has links to Deprogrammed, where you can listen to everything we've done, and actually has pages for each of these panel members. So if you want to see episodes that Katie's been on, you click on her name, and it takes you to everything she's been on. You want to see what Jason's been on? Same thing. Boom. So legionofstupid.com is the best way to do that. Patreon.com is the best way you can support me financially, if that's what you like to do. $1 a month gets you in the club. Get in now, because I am thinking about upping my prices. And I'm going, once I figure out if I can grandfather people in, that's when the prices go up. If I can grandfather people in, prices go up, because I'm worth more than $1. Gosh darn it. But patreon.com/ohijustin, great place to support. We mentioned the Discord. Again, legionofstupid.com. If you want to play, if you want to come play, you go to the Deprogram page. There is a sign-up sheet. You just click that. Boom. I want to play. And we'll get you in here. I promise. It'll happen eventually. I think that covers everything. Yeah, podcast, subscribe, rate, comment, boom, 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 all that. Best way you can help is by telling somebody that you listen to the show. So please do that. I would greatly appreciate it. And with that, Panic at Disco. Learn and love people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.